Hello everyone, so it's Windermere and William, and we are at Wekiwa Springs State Park campground, and we thought it would be helpful as we're traveling more, as we're becoming more and more able to work remotely in our jobs, that we would review the campgrounds when we stay. So we are here at the park and we have come up with 10 categories that when we're traveling, which we get, it's subjective, it's biased. If you disagree, put a note in the comments, let us know your thoughts and why or why not.
Well, if you want to add something.
Yeah, it's fine. So I'm gonna go through the list. 10 things. So the first one is activities.
Plenty of activities here. You have the springs, you can rent kayaks, canoes, stand-up paddleboards, go swimming just in the spring itself.
Yeah.
You know, lots of trails. You can hike, bike.
It's the main reason we came, is because Wekiwa Springs is one of our most favorite places to paddle.
We paddleboard here a lot.
So yeah, it's got the activities. Amenities, when I think of amenities, there's a general store.
You have a general store, you have a grill. The general store has everything needed if you're camping. So when we camp, we like to make sure if we forgot something or something breaks, we can go to the general store and pick it up. Granted, we pay a little more money for it, but it's convenience.
It's not always, I mean, we always forget something. Like we ran out of dish soap this time.
Right, and we used it the last time we were camping just a couple of weeks ago, and forgot to put more in. So.
And we brought plenty of food, but what if you wanted a meal out? You can get beers, you can get drinks, you can get burgers up at the grill. So yeah, definitely it's got the amenities. Bathrooms. My bathroom was clean, and I had plenty of hot water. The hot water, even though we're self-contained, in the Airstream, our shower is little, and sometimes ours right now is kind of storage. So I took a shower in the women's restroom. Mine was fine.
Mine was fine, except for the soap scum around the bottom of the shower stall. Everything else was clean, except for some of the campers. They don't know how to lift the lid on the toilet seat.
But that's not the fault of the campground. But if you're camping, good bathroom etiquette, people. Come on. Mine was fine. My hot water was fine.
My hot water is great. It's just, it looked a little dingy around the bottom of the shower stall. That's all.
All right, next. Number 4, the actual camping space.
Excellent campsite. Because the camera's mounted, I'm not showing it to you. But it's wide enough to put 3 vehicles in side by side, and it's long enough. My truck is just as long as my camper, and it's over 40 feet in length total. So, and there's still plenty of space to fit more.
And there's some pretty big rigs in here that got it.
Yeah, there's
fine.
a couple of 40-footers in here. So, granted, they're right to the edge, but they still fit.
There's a picnic table. There's a fire pit.
Full hookup. On half the sites, it's full hookups. The other sites, some of them have water and electricity. Some only have electricity.
Which brings us to our next category, which is kind of premium. We call them premium features. Because we work part-time on the road, connectivity is an issue for us. So we have a Travelify, and we also have a hotspot on my phone. No internet here.
Right.
So you had to bring your own. So it just depends how important that is to you.
If you want to be connected or not.
And on the hookup thing, we got lucky and we were able to get a spot with full hookup. But I will tell you, I'm a little bit of a hookup snob, because I may take off a little on this one, because not all sites have hookup, and I like to go to the bathroom in my own bathroom. You don't care so much.
Yeah, but it has a dump station, so because we're self-contained.
The problem with the dump station, though, is if when you're leaving, if there's 3 or 4 people, and if they're amateurs, sorry, but if you've never,
it can be amateur
it's going to take you a little bit longer to learn how to dump, right? So, come on, Who's been at a dump station that you've been there half hour,
We have
45 minutes?
We have plenty of stories of dump station horrors, watching people trying to dump for the first time.
So I'm just going to
So-
say hookup is important to me.
So it's not for me because I'm in and out of a dump station in under 5.
If there's no one in front of you. All right, let's move on. Location.
This location is great because if you leave the park, you have everything.
There's some breweries that we like.
There's breweries, coffee shops, grocery
Publix
stores.
right down the street.
So the only drawback to this particular park,
And this was a big deal for me.
if you leave in the middle of the day trying to get back in, you have to wait in line behind everybody else, and it's not fun.
No separate entrance. And we know this because we come in all the time when
We're
we're
always
just
here
here for the
first thing
day.
in the morning, so when we leave in the afternoon, we see the line.
I had to go out for a school project, and I had to go out, and I came back, and I had a problem in and out. So it's pretty far. I mean, what is it, a mile, 2 miles to actually get out from the campground?
About a mile, a little over a mile.
Well,
maybe.
I got behind a big rig, and so it took me a solid 10 minutes to get out, and because they had it closed off, I had to wait another 5 minutes for security, whoever does
to move the barricade to get out, and then they were making a left-hand turn, so it took even longer.
It was a pain.
So it took her 20 minutes to get out, which is
And
what
another
should have taken,
a half hour to get in.
Which
'cause
should have taken
I had to
maybe
wait in line on the way back in.
if 10. So
So
it has its pros and cons being so close
there's
to
not
amenity.
much wrong with, and we know we're being a little nitpicky, but if you're gonna have to go in and out, you just need to be mindful of that and plan accordingly. All right, let's move on. Vibe. Great vibe.
Nice place. The first day we went paddling, we came back, someone had left extra firewood in our campsite.
Yeah, lovely
You know,
people. Like
You know, pave it forward.
the rangers are nice. All the
Yeah.
staff have always been nice at this campground. Total positive
This
vibes.
park in general, they've always
Yeah.
been nice. And that's everybody from the people working the kayak and canoe rental all the way to the front
The
entrance.
landscapers, the rangers, the other people that are staying here. It's just a chill, friendly group. Yeah, love the vibe. All right, the view.
She doesn't like it. If you look behind
It's not
us,
that I don't like it.
if you
It's
look behind
typical
us,
Florida.
step to the side. If you look behind us, what's wrong with this view? I like this view.
All right, it's not like the campground we saw right underneath Zion Park.
Yeah, but that's in the mountains. You're talking about the Rocky Mountains.
It's not like when we stayed in Oregon and we were right on the beach.
We weren't right on the beach.
What?
We had to walk across the beach to walk
All
across
right,
the
but
main road.
we didn't have a complete beach. It's not bad.
We had to in
I'm
Oregon.
saying
we had to drive the truck
It's
to
not.
go to the
It's
beach.
not a parking lot. We've stayed at worse.
True. We have stayed at
We
worse.
have stayed at worse, and it's absolutely not bad. It ain't really nothing special. All right, we'll move
I'm
on.
gonna go look.
We'll move on. Again, we said subjective, bias, personal
She took
preference.
a half a point off. I didn't.
And we're coming one more, and then we'll give you our grand total. Value. Yeah,
There is.
no brainer.
You can't put a value on. You can't put a price on this value. This value is
It
outstanding.
was like $24 a night.
You know.
So right now we're in what, 2023. Who knows, that'll change. There's some fees and some taxes, but
You know. Basically, it's $25 a day,
yeah.
and you can't.
Total bargain. Total bargain. So full points there. All right. So I took off.
We base it on a 10-point scale. She took off 1.5 points total.
No, I took off 2 points.
Oh,
I took
right.
off 2 points.
You took off 2 points.
So let me talk. I took off. Oh, we didn't talk about experience. And I did take off a half a point for the experience because if you come in the summertime, the crowds are just insane. We're
They
here
are.
in June. I'm never coming back again in the summer. And I love this park.
That's not true because we have Fridays off, and we'll be back here on a Friday morning when we get here first thing, and she'll be fine paddling first thing in the morning, and we leave by noon.
Yes, if we were coming for one day. If we were coming to camp,
Right.
I would not camp in the summer again.
We won't be here in June. You're correct.
Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, dear.
So, experience because of the crowds. We did try to go to the springs at what, 5 o'clock last night?
No, it was after 6.
Okay. After 6 o'clock, we tried to go to the springs and it was still jam-packed. So it's not like you could go later in the day and enjoy the springs. And the other thing about the experience that we didn't talk about, because it's so far away, you couldn't just walk to the springs or walk to the general store. You have to get in your vehicle and you have to drive.
Right, unless you want to take that mile walk.
Or get a bike, which we didn't bring
Or
bikes.
bike. We didn't bring my bike.
So I took off half a point for the experience. I took off half a point because, yes, it has, there was no Wi-Fi. I bring my own. We had full hookups, but you're not always guaranteed them, so I took off half a point for premium features. I definitely took off half a point for location. That in and out thing, that just stressed me out. And then I took off half a point for the view. So I gave it an 8, which it's a solid campground. I gave it an 8. Definitely would come back again.
I gave an 8.5.
No, you didn't.
Oh, I gave it a 9.
Yeah,
I'm
you
sorry.
got it right.
Right, I only took off 2.
He took off a half a point for the bathroom because there was soap scum. Really?
It looked dirty.
All right, and you did take off half a point for the location because
Right.
I whined, probably.
Probably.
So I gave it an 8. You gave it a 9. Do the math there, Skippy.
Average 8.5 out
Woohoo!
of 10. So,
And overall, would we come back again?
absolutely. Depends on the time of the year.
We would, and we are booked to come back in September. Now, we're going to leave you with some parting tips of if you come to this campground, a couple of things that you should know. Firewood.
Cash only, $10 a bundle.
So, not a bad price, but
Not at
make
all.
sure you have cash. They don't take credit. Crowds.
In the summertime, too many people. Absolutely too many.
And in general with this park, the earlier you get out, the better.
Right. If you get here early, you'll be fine. If you get here late, you'll be lucky if you even get in, because they close the gate.
Oh, very good to know.
If it meets capacity.
If you're just coming for a day, person.
Right.
Weather. Stay away in July.
June, July, August.
It's too hot. Humid. Like right now in June, we're the beginning of June, and it's not bad, but we were off the river by noon because it was just getting too hot.
Right.
Bugs. Bad in July and August. If you're going on the river, you're going to get mosquitoes.
Right. Make sure you have you have your sunscreen, your reef safe sunscreen, and bug
Thank
spray.
you for saying reef safe. Really important for our Florida waters. And our natural bug repellent that we use at the campsite was...
We have citronella burning in a candle.
And I have, if you go to my gear, I show our little bug zapper.
Right, little battery operated bug zapper.
And if you want to see everything, there's a video for that. So just go back and watch the other videos. So we hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please subscribe. You need 1,000 to be considered legit on YouTube. We have 42. So we're working on it. So put your comments below. Thanks
See ya.
for joining us. It's not a bad view, but it's not